Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you might be joining from. I am HR Funk, and this is my live stream, which I call HR's Firing Line. And today I'm doing something that I started doing back during the winter, but it's been a little while since I did this before. In conjunction with my video premiere for the day, I'm going to be conducting the live stream simultaneously. That way I can give real-time commentary and respond to questions that some of you might have as we go through the video. The video itself is 18 minutes long. It's probably going to go a little bit longer as I stop at different times and address different questions or what have you. And then I'll pick it back up again and we'll get the rest of the way through. When the video is done, I'm planning on conducting or continuing rather the live stream. So at that point, it's anything goes as far as questions, comments, etc. I've got a little bit of information, some updates that I'll be giving you after we get past the video premiere, and then we'll go on from there. And I know we've got a few of you who are in here already. Jeff Tim was in early. Big Shug came in just to say hi, but apparently he had to leave because he's working. Greg Shearer is here. John G is here. And ED is here. So thanks to everyone for joining so far. According to the ticker over here, we have 14 people. For all of you who haven't chimed in yet, be sure to say hi. Just partly so I know who's here. But let me go ahead and fire up the video. And this is today's video premiere. By the way, all of you who are chiming in for the live stream are getting to see this first. It's not going to go live for the rest of YouTube until 10 o'clock this morning. So not only do you get the actual premiere of the video, but you also get the live commentary to go along with it. And today's video, I guess before I started, is one that I'll mention this in the video. I've been thinking about it for a while, and periodically I have these videos that I put out kind of as a reality check, I guess, because I'll see things out there in the firearms world or the firearms training world or what have you that seem like they're getting sort of out there as far as tactics and techniques or shooting methods or whatever. And I try to throw these out, hopefully, maybe so they'll resonate with some shooters and get them to think a little bit about what it is exactly they're doing. So now, with that out of the way, let me fire up the video. And if you have questions, be sure to throw those out. I'll be watching the question or the comment feed over here along the screen. And if I see something directly, I will stop the video and address that. And I may stop it on my own a couple of times just to give you some additional information about what I'm talking about here. In any case, here we go with today's video, which is titled Confrontational Context. Hi folks, HR Funk here, with a video today that's probably going to generate some unhappy comments, but it's storming outside and it's not safe to be on the range. And this topic has been on my mind the last few days, and I thought this was as good a time as any to delve into it. And what I want to talk about is contextualizing your firearms training when you are evaluating tactics for self-defense. And this came about as a result of a video I saw a few days ago, but it wasn't just that video that caused me to make this video. Rather, it was that I've seen a trend recently, probably for the last several years, truthfully, in firearms training, where there are tactics and techniques that are demonstrated and taught, and people believe they have learned a great new tactic for keeping themselves safe, but they never stop to consider how that tactic might actually apply in an actual defensive situation. Specifically, the video that I was watching was a young man who was demonstrating how to properly find your dot in a red dot optic every time you present it from a holstered position. And it was an impressive video to watch. He was drawing from the IAWB position, actually removing a shirt, drawing, coming up, presenting the pistol, and I could tell from my martial arts experience by watching this individual that he had practiced this over and over and over. And as he was presenting the pistol, it was kind of amazing because his body, other than his arms, was absolutely stationary. His head didn't move, his upper body didn't move, his arms came up and perfectly presented that handgun so the dot was right there every time he came on target, and he was able to get shots on target very, very quickly, and his shooting was very good. But as I was watching it, I thought, this is great for working on a square range. It's probably great for competitive purposes. If the idea is you have to go from a surrender position to accessing your firearm to... Just a quick point here. The guy's shooting really was good, and I'm in no way trying to be critical of him as an individual. I'm just talking about this idea of how he was presenting the handgun and whether or not it's going to be a realistic expectation in an actual defensive encounter. Getting it on target and getting shots on target as quickly as possible to score the highest place possible in the match, then this individual probably does very good. But when we contextualize that into an actual defensive situation, try to envision the circumstances that would be surrounding someone performing that exact thing. That individual, as a defensive shooter, an armed citizen, what have you, is going about their day doing whatever they're doing, and suddenly they're confronted with an imminent lethal threat. Someone is doing something that has caused them to believe they're about to be seriously injured or killed, and they have to resort to their firearm in order to save their life. In that type of a situation, standing absolutely immobile as you're accessing your firearm might be unwise. Probably whatever the individual or individuals are doing that has caused this person to believe they're about to be seriously injured or killed is already taking place as our defensive shooter perceives it. Now, hopefully, situational awareness has been something that is practiced and they have perceived this threat before maybe incoming bullets are headed their way or a edged weapon is headed their way or whatever. But even so, there's probably going to be some movement. Fights in general and gunfights in particular are not static events. They are dynamic. And the person who is trying to defend themselves in all likelihood is going to be moving, looking for cover, trying to avoid being shot if someone else is presenting a firearm. And the idea of being absolutely stationary and performing that perfect draw that has been practiced over and over and over again, truthfully, what it reminded me of was some martial artists that I've known who have practiced